Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with my little type. Is it okay to lie? Pull someone's leg? Amnesia. Lots of topics today, all related to lying or telling the truth. Today is day 1791 of What You Up To Now, documenting the journey as I transitioned originally from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business, and then 2020 and beyond, back and forth again. I help myself and other people to grow and build and supersize their businesses. Now, today, our topic for this year's annual challenge, the BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us, was, is it ever okay to lie? I'm asking two questions for the month of December. Every day I'm asking two different questions. One's kind of a serious question. One's more of a hypothetical, just a thought-provoking question. The first one was, is it ever okay to lie? And that led me down a rabbit hole, of course, and a trail of, when do we be honest? Why is it better to tell the truth? When is it okay to lie? Why do people lie? What are the 10 reasons people lie? What are the 10 telltale phrases that, or strategies that people that are lying or trying to deceive you use to distract you from knowing that they're telling a lie? And I shared those both in the challenge as well as in Supersize Your Business. And it takes it takes like 10 minutes to share them. So instead of going into those again here, you can watch those on either the BU 365-day challenge or Supersize Your Business for female entrepreneurs. If you don't have a link, just ask me and I'll send you the link. But really interesting topic. That's why I covered it twice, because number one, I wanted to learn it and remember them. And then I wanted to think about, well, how good am I personally at detecting if people are deceiving me or being dishonest, and how often do I see them doing these 10 different behaviors, and how often do I do that? How often do I catch myself saying, well, to be honest, or let me think about, well, I say let me think about that a lot because I like to buy myself time. And I'm pretty upfront and honest about, I need to buy myself time. I don't know the answer for you right now or for me right now. Let me think about it. And we do that every day in the challenge, right? I ask a question this month for sure, two questions, and you get to go and think about it throughout your day and think, well, how does this impact me? What do I think about this? Do I believe that it's okay ever to lie? And I think sometimes it's not necessarily lying if we don't disclose everything we're thinking and feeling all the time with everybody, right? And it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to share everything with everybody. Heck, we're not even 100% honest with ourselves most of the time. How? Because we our subconscious tries to keep us safe and protect us from things. So how would we expect that we're always, and whenever I catch myself saying always, never, can't, things like that, absolute terms, I immediately in my head, it triggers a little switch that says, well, do you always? Do you never? Is that really true for you? And so I'm always doing a check and balance on myself to say, am I doing and being and showing up how I want to show up in the world? That's what this year's challenge is all about. So our questions for the challenge were, is it okay to lie? Is it ever okay to lie? And the second one was, and this is kind of a funny one, if you have amnesia and then you remember, do you remember that you forgot? Now, I've never had amnesia that I'm aware of. Do I forget stuff? Absolutely, we all do. And I think it's more that our lives are moving so fast and there's so much vying for our attention. It's easy to get distracted. When we're distracted, we don't pay attention. When we don't pay attention, we don't remember things. And I think, as we get older, we've accumulated so much that it makes it a little more challenging to remember certain things. I've lived for how many minutes or how many years or how many seconds? It's a lot. And all of our senses are being stimulated and everything's going into our memory banks, and it doesn't mean we can retrieve it at the drop of a hat. However, we can retrieve it if we decide to, and we take the time to let our subconscious go looking for the information. So interesting questions. Our idiom for Supersize Your Business was to pull someone's leg. And there's a couple interesting possible sources of that particular idiom or expression, but neither one of them are documented or proven. One is about hanging and one is about tripping people at medieval festivals so that you could rob them. Both kind of nefarious, lying, dishonest type things, which ties into the lying topic for today. So that's it. Got tons of stuff going on today. It's the week before Christmas, and all through the house, a whole lot's going on, including my mouth. So I got a lot to do. If I can help you in any way, ask. Remember, you can always Voxer me, pajamagram@gmail.com. If you don't know what Voxer is, that's a personal improvement area today, you can learn something new. There are literally probably tens of thousands of tools that we can use to make our lives easier, but a lot of times we don't even know that they exist or even think about them until we have a reason to go looking for them. We need a solution, we need a problem. Voxer has been a great tool for me, will probably continue to be, because I'm visually challenged and it's a lot easier to walkie-talkie someone than to have to be texting. If you've ever gotten a text from me, you know exactly what I'm talking about, or a direct message, because they almost always have typos these days. And I won't say always, but almost always there's a typo in there, because if I don't have my giant magnifying glass, I'm not checking it. And so I'm just trusting that I typed the right words. My kids, as my vision first started to go, my kids would get texts, and I've gotten better at texting, but it was pretty pathetic at the beginning. They would get texts that like none of the letters were right. And then they would call me and they'd be like, oh, what did you just try to text me? Because it's in some gobbledygook code that I can't understand. So lessons learned. We're always figuring things out, right? All right. Have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.